Hi everyone. Thank you, Justine, for that wonderful introduction and the Thanksgiving address. This is my grandpa, my yeye. When I asked him how he wants to be addressed in English, he just said he doesn't have an English name, and that it's Ying Chong. That's it. So, Grandpa Wong, Yeye will do. Before we begin, I want to ground us in a quick visualization exercise. So, if you feel comfortable, join me in closing your eyes. Take a few breaths. Ground yourself in the space that we're in today. If you're sitting or have the privilege of a seat, feel the chair beneath you. Relax your body. Everything that you've come in with today, all the traffic that you've battled to get here, you're here. When I say the word home, what comes to mind? It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a group of people, your family, chosen family. It could be a memory, something that no longer exists. Or it could even be what you hope home could be. Stirring up your imagination, drawing on those senses. Hold on to what home means to you. And whether this holiday is heartwarming, whether it's heavy, whether it's harrowing and heartbreaking or heartening, maybe some mix of all of the above, may you have a moment of homecoming.
I'm coming home, tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. And while my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes, I'm coming home, tell the world I'm coming home. Coming home, fortuitous lines 1. I left home young, now old, I return carefree. My tongue unchanged, my hair though thinner be. Unknown am I to the boys and girls I meet. Smiling, they ask, Sir, from whence come thee?
A few years ago, my grandpa, brother, and I participated in a 5K together. I watched as passerbyers paid special attention and cheered for Yeye, who was an active anomaly in a sea of younger folks. Grandpa commented on all the young speedsters, my brother included, who left us in the dust. I wondered if Yeye glimpsed a past version of himself as they sprinted away. Behind this 80-something-year-old was once a 21-year-old who walked more than 380 kilometers from Teochew, his hometown, to Hong Kong. The alternative, according to my dad, was attempting to swim across the border and risk being eaten by sharks. I tried to imagine the winding passage, motivated by immigrant dreams and future unknowns. Each step carries you further from home until homesickness becomes a permanent imprint. Fast forward to the summer of 2021. I planned to visit my great-grandma's resting place, and Yeye asked if he could come with. I packed my guitar, Yeye stashed his harmonica in a hidden pocket, loaded a children's stool into the car, and found some flowers to plant. Together, we spent the afternoon in the sun singing whatever song fit the tune. My grandpa is a man of few words, characterized by his deep sense of peace and quiet spirit. He is a man of faith, patience, and prayer. Honestly, we couldn't be more different. 3 generations apart, I sense his love for me in every act of service and each memento of calling time. When I asked Yeye which poem he wanted to share, I was surprised by his choice. Coming Home is a lighthearted and succinct story of an old man returning home after leaving early on in life. With every recitation, I hear Yeye's resonance echoing the poet's experiences from centuries before his time. The beauty of art, be it written word or strokes on a page, is how it articulates our unspoken stories. Unearthing my own varied longings and laments, I've spent the past decade haunted by the question, when are you going back to Hong Kong? See, Hong Kong wasn't my first home, but it is my homeland. My birth month and year, July 1997, marks the handover of Hong Kong as a British colony to China, a political catalyst with personal costs felt to this day. But I didn't feel the cost. Born in Tkaronto, my family settled here and absorbed the shockwaves, so I easily shed my Chinese culture. Now, I look back and the loss is palpable as I try to learn a language that never took root. My Cantonese falters and frequently fails me, like trying to belong to a place that doesn't belong to you. In every homecoming and homegoing, there is a diasporic ache in my bones, following and hollowing. Some call it somatization or ambiguous grief. To me, it's the fear in every long-distance call that one day, no one will be on the other end. We left, whether by choice or to survive, and it's a living grief that time and space moves on in our absence. I feel it in every kiss goodbye or fei man, every video call, every asynchronous point of communication that reinforces the longing to be held and fully present in person. The pangs and pains filled by distance and time. The fields and farmlands grandpa pictures are now cityscapes. Home is but a memory. Still, remembering is intentional. How else do we honor our heart's desires to come home? Maybe there's room to imagine that though this was your first home, it doesn't have to be your last.
回鄉而知，小小離家老體回，鄉音無計，不無須，兒童相見不相識，笑問及從何處來。
I should also note my grandpa and I read at very different speeds, as you can tell. We practiced a few times, and Grandpa would write it within like a minute and a half. He's waving in the back. And I needed to pre-write all of that. Yeah, this was so special, and it's so special to have both my family and chosen family in the same room. Thank you so much.